I got my pink sweater on, my heart earrings in. If you can't tell, I am ready for Valentine's Day, which is perfect timing because I was lucky enough to be sent Colourpop's new Valentine's Day collection in PR. This is their Heart to Get collection. So they released an eyeshadow palette that we will be obviously trying out today. I think I'm going to try to do 2 looks for you guys, as well as 3 SuperShock blushes in the adorable heart packaging that they like to do every Valentine's Day, 2 shadow stick duos, as well as 3 new shades of their ultra glossy lip in the cutest packaging that has hearts on top. I am loving that. So let's start off with the star of the show, the eyeshadow palette. So this is their Heart to Get eyeshadow palette. On the little card that I got, it says make 'em stare with 12 cool pinks plus silvery taupes in 3 different finishes for the flirtiest looks. So this retails for $18. Upon just like looking at the palette, I haven't swatched it or obviously used it at all. It is really, really pretty. Definitely some tones that I could see myself wearing, especially around Valentine's Day. So let's go ahead and do some swatches for you guys. The first one is 99% Angel. I think it's like a SuperShock. It definitely feels very moussey when you touch it, and it looks just like a sheer shimmery shade. This would be really pretty on the inner corner. Then we have a matte pink in You Wish, a matte light gray in Who Is This, and then a really pretty just shimmery one in Mood Lately. That's the first row. We have a darker matte gray in On Your Mind. This looks like a glittery shade. I don't think I will really like that because I'm not into glitter too much on my eye, but this is called Booked and Busy. That is stunning though. Oh my gosh, wow. Another more shimmery one that doesn't seem to be glittery in Sweet Talk. Another matte in Maybe Next Time. Oh, that did not swatch very well. Let's try another layer of that. Okay, that's better. Then we have Breaking Hearts. Seems to be a matte with a little bit of shimmer in it. Definitely a little dusty, but very pretty. Another shimmery sort of shade in Can't Compare. Ooh, like a taupey color. The last matte in the palette is called Back at It, gunmetal-y gray color. Again, a little fallouty. And then the last shade seems to be a matte with shimmers called Get the Hint. Oh my gosh, wow. That is so dark black. Do you see that? I mean, you can see the shimmers in it. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so here is the whole palette swatched out for you guys. I definitely think that that is pretty. You could get a multitude of looks with this. Like, yes, it's a pink and gray, silvery taupe sort of color story like they said on the card. But just looking at the palette and the swatches, I can think of a couple different eye looks to do. So I think I'm going to do a more pink tone one on one eye and then a more silvery gray tone one on the other for you guys. I will say because of how powdery those shadows are, it kind of got everywhere. There's multiple different points on my sweater right now that have like little tiny pieces of eyeshadow on them that I'm hoping don't stain. I'm assuming it'll come out in the wash, but just be forewarned about that. They seem to have a lot of kick up in the pan. Hopefully that won't translate to fallout on the face, but I guess we're about to find out. I did go ahead and prime my eyes with my Ulta Beauty Matte Veil Eye Primer that I always use. We'll start off with the pinky eye look, and we're going to start off with this You Wish shade and just bop that into our crease with a What's Up Beauty R103. Ooh, that is pretty. I know that's just like one little layer of that, but that's like such a pretty light pink, like giving bubblegum but not too bright and aggressive. That's really pretty. Okay, I like that a lot. I'm just gonna use the same brush, why not? And we're gonna go into this Breaking Hearts shade right here. Put this brighter, deeper pink on the outer corner and up into the crease. Ooh, that's pretty too. I have not worn a bright eyeshadow look. It's been a minute. I did wear like a really bright orange look for Halloween because I dressed up as a pumpkin, and honestly it was so fun to just wear color and just like have some fun with makeup. I don't really do that very often anymore. I like that this pink is getting me a little bit out of my comfort zone, but it is like cute. Ooh, I like that. And they're blending really well together. Slightly patchy on the outer corner, but I mean, that happens to me with a lot of brands and shades. I'm liking that a lot. We did kind of lose that bright pink, or I mean the first light pink. So I just kind of wiped off my brush and we're gonna try to bring it back. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, those mattes look really pretty. I was lucky enough, like I said, to receive this in PR, so thank you so much to Colourpop. I mean, they're not watching this, but thank you to Colourpop for doing that. I did want to say that the whole collection retails for $98 if you did want to buy everything in the collection. That is a value of $113, so you are saving $15 if you decided you wanted to buy everything together. Just putting some NYX glitter primer on the lid. And then we're gonna go into, I think, this Sweet Talk shade. It looked a little bit, when it swatched, a little bit more oh, I think this is a SuperShock because that like had a big dent in it now, like when I pressed down on it. So maybe I didn't need that glitter primer, but here we go. Oh, okay, it's definitely having more color payoff than I thought. When I swatched it, it seemed a little sheer. Ooh, oh, it's like kind of shifting a little purple, but that looks pretty. I like that. Okay, let's just reinforce this outer pink a little bit. And then that lighter pink one more time. I think that's where we're gonna keep the first eye. That is pretty. I'm really liking all three of those shades together. Okay, for the second eye, like I said, I wanna do a more like gray tone sort of look for you. So we're gonna start off with, who is this right here? This looks really light. We'll see if this even shows up. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna show up. I'm using a Refer 15, by the way. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna put a second layer on, but that's not really showing up. So we're gonna go down to this one, On Your Mind, right here. We're gonna put that into the crease, which, mind you, this one's gonna probably look a little lighter than it maybe would on its own because it's going over that. Who is this shade? Okay, second layer of that, On Your Mind. Okay, that's looking pretty decent. I don't love grays on me. Next, we're gonna go into the Maybe Next Time, and I think I might dip into the Back at It a little tiny bit, just to deepen it. We'll see. Again, I'm just gonna use the same brush. Why not? Okay, that is the Maybe Next Time on its own, 2 layers. I am gonna dip into the Back at It shade a little bit, just to give me some depth. Okay, yeah, that's deepening it. Actually, a little bit more Back at It because I did want it a little bit deeper. What's your vibe on Valentine's Day? Like, first of all, what do you guys like to do? Do you and your significant other, if you have one, like go out to dinner? Do you make like a big to-do of it? Do you hang out with your friends and have a Valentine's Day? I would love to know what you guys do down below. Mike and I really don't do a whole lot. Obviously, the restaurants are insanely busy on Valentine's Day. And then also now we have a child. We have an almost 3-year-old to, you know, take into consideration, like taking out to dinner. So usually the past couple of years, we've just kind of hung out at home, and he's grilled some steaks for us and made a really yummy meal. We get each other a couple gifts, like maybe a gift card, some chocolates, that kind of stuff. And I got a couple of things for Ivy, which is our daughter. So I'm excited for Valentine's Day. Usually I don't get that excited for it because like it's kind of like a manufactured holiday, you know what I mean? But it is still nice to celebrate the people that you love around you. So I'm excited to give Ivy her little gift that I got her. I just got her some chocolates and like a book, one of those like llama llama books. If you know, you know. She loves those books. I think it's like Llama Llama I Love You or something like that. And then I am also having a Valentine's Day dinner the weekend after with my best friends, which I'm excited about as well. Last year we did it and we made like charcuterie boards and we like did a craft and it was so much fun. And my friend Stephanie hosted it and she wants to host it again this year. So I'm excited about that. Okay, glitter primer again. Oh, okay. I should have decided on the shade I was going to use before I put the glitter primer down. I think I'm just going to use 2. Why not? I'm going to go into this Can't Complain. And also this Mood Lately. This one, the Booked and Busy, looked really pretty, but it was more of a glitter. And I do not love a glitter on my eye. They scare me. I'm afraid it's going to go into my eye. So this is Can't Complain. Ooh, that's pretty. And then we're going to go into that Mood Lately. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so the Mood Lately seems to be the same kind of consistency as the Sweet Talk, this light pink I used on this side. I'm 99% sure they're SuperShocks. They just have like a really moussey texture to them. Oh, okay. I like this look a lot. That's so pretty. Wow. Okay. I wasn't expecting to like this like smokier eye as much as I do, but that is pretty. Oh, the point of me asking that, what you guys do on Valentine's Day, well, obviously what you guys do. Like I would love to just know your plans, but do you like a more smoky grunge like look, or do you like to go like light and airy and pink? I usually go light and airy, the pink vibe. Okay, I'm more impressed with this eyeshadow palette than I thought I was going to be. So again, here are the 2 looks, nice up and close and personal. What do you think? I think they both turned out really well. And I've had trouble with Colourpop's mattes in the past getting patchy on me and kind of like fluffing away and not performing very well. But I mean, of the, how many mattes did I use? 6. I used all 6 of the mattes in the palette. Of the 6 mattes, they all performed really nicely. Obviously that Who Is This, that really light gray didn't really show up. But other than that, they're not patchy. They didn't fluff away. I mean, maybe slightly right here. But yeah, both of these are looking really good. I'm going to go ahead and do a couple things off of camera. We're going to come back on. I'll swatch the eyeshadow sticks for you and play with these SuperShock blushes that look stunning. And then also the lippies. So be right back. Alrighty, all the other makeup I used on my face will be listed and linked down below in case you are curious. I did go ahead and finish up the eyes. All I did was ran along the You Wish shade on the pink side and then the On Your Mind shade on this side. I did go ahead and use this Angel or I'm sorry, 99% Angel shade right here as the inner corner highlight. I will say it was very hard to work with. I think it's also a SuperShock like these two right here, and it didn't really pick up with my pinky finger to use it, but then when I picked it up on a brush, it got really crumbly, and it was just hard to blend into the inner corner. I don't know if you can see, it's just not really looking the best. So this isn't like the best shade I've ever used, but it is pretty. Like, it's giving that brightness I need. It was just kind of crumbly and hard to work with, so that's a bummer. So with this collection, they also released eyeshadow sticks in duos. So this duo right here being the Love at First Swipe duo, they each have a matte and a metallic. So the matte is Keep Dreaming and the metallic is What Did I Miss? So here is Keep Dreaming, just a really pretty like mauvey pink shade. And the metallic is What Did I Miss? Ooh, that's pretty. That kind of matches my sweater perfectly. These would have been pretty to add in with the eyeshadow look, but like I got a lot going on. I didn't really know how to incorporate them, to be honest. And then the other duo they released is For Your Eyes Only, and the matte is Try Harder and the metallic is Not Available. We have Try Harder right here, and then Not Available, and these eyeshadow stick duos retail for $16. These are really pretty. I don't really love an eyeshadow stick. That's not really my preferred method of eyeshadow. I do prefer an actual eyeshadow palette, but regardless, these are really pretty. I think they would be pretty on the eyes, and I like that they go together to make a really easy eye look. Just throw the matte into the crease, maybe all over the lid if you want to, and then the shimmer all over the lid too, and it's going to be a quick, easy, simple two and done sort of eye look that won't take you too long. I forgot to show you the box that the eyeshadow palette came in. I'm not sure if anyone cares, but in case you do, this is the box that the eyeshadow palette came in. And then on the back, it has the hearts with the shades, and it also is on the back of the palette too. Next up, I'm excited to try out their SuperShock blushes that they released. So they come in the Heart Compact, that is a fan favorite that they pretty much release their blushes in every single Valentine's Day. Although I don't think they've ever done a SuperShock formulation in this. Don't quote me, but I don't think so. So this is what the box looks like that it comes in. It just has the shade name here. There's obviously 3 different shades, and they retail for $12. So the first one being right here called Not Your Baby, and this just looks like, I haven't even swatched these. I'm so excited. This just looks like the most beautiful like baby pink tone. Oh yeah. And they definitely are going to have some shimmer to them, so keep that in mind. I was a little nervous how shimmery they looked when I first opened them up, but the pictures of them on the models on the Colourpop's website, it looks really pretty and just like a really nice shimmery sort of blush, which I really am into. So this one is called Feelings Mutual. This looks like an even brighter, like bubblegum pink. Let's get a swatch of that. Ooh, okay, those are pretty similar, to be honest. I don't know if we necessarily needed both of these. This has just a little hint of purple to it, where this is a more bright pink, but the last one does look a little bit different. This one's called Cuter Than Cupid. I don't know if this is going to be a color that I really can wear on my skin tone. Oh, I've actually, if I go in with a light hand, I could. So I'm glad that there is definitely a difference in the third one. The first two are very similar. Let's try these out on the cheeks. I did set down my cheeks with setting powder, so I guess I'm just going to kind of use it as a liquidy sort of moussey blush, which I mean it is, and I'm just going to put it over top because I did go ahead and set my face. So hopefully they work well over powder. I'm going to start with the lightest one. Again, this is Not Your Baby. And we're just going to dip in and then apply it on my cheek here. I'm going to add a little bit more. It's definitely got some shimmer to it, which obviously, I mean, the swatches, I knew that was going to be the case. I am actually going to add a little bit more. It's not looking, I would say, bad on the cheek. It's just very glittery almost, which I don't know if I love that. Can you see how like glittery? I feel like to you guys, it's just going to look like a really nice, pretty sheen. And like far away it does. Like you turn your head and you got like a glow, which I really do enjoy. I like a glowy blush. It's just looking almost like glittery. Like put almost like a highlight on my cheek, and I don't have any highlight on. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. Okay, wipe my brush off and we're gonna go into the Feelings Mutual on the other side. Let's see how different these look on the cheeks, because on a swatch they looked pretty similar. Gonna add a little bit more. This one doesn't seem to be like blending out as much as the first one. Seems to be like sticking where I first applied it a little bit worse. Add just a little bit more. They do need a little bit of building in my experience. This first time using it. Not a bad thing, especially for like a shimmery blush. You don't want it to be like, wow, like as soon as you apply it to your cheek, you know? I mean, that's pretty. It does give a pretty effect. And this one looks like more bright pink where that does have that hint of purple, like I said. I feel like I don't notice too much of a difference where it seems to warrant both of the shades. I mean, maybe it looks different on camera. I mean, there is a difference, but not a ton. All right, I'm just gonna try to apply a little bit of Cuter Than Cupid. We're gonna go in very light-handed because this looks, and I'm gonna put it on the other shade because I only got 2 cheeks. This looks pretty intense. Okay, no, but because it's buildable, you know, it's not too intense right off the bat. Okay, does that even really show you how Cuter Than Cupid is? I don't know if it really does because I had to put it over that second shade. But I mean, it seems to be a shade that I can wear as long as I go in with a light hand. Yeah, okay, these are pretty. I like that they applied over powders nicely. Like, they're blending nicely and they're not getting like too patchy over a set face. And I set my face down with the Huda Beauty powder, which is a pretty intense powder. So it seems to be going over the powder nicely, and it does give a really pretty sheeny effect to your skin. It's more of like a blush lighter or like a blush topper. I think that's how I would use these in the future. I do think I'm going to get use out of these. I think they are really pretty on the cheeks. I don't think I would use them like I did just now, the only blush that I use. I think I would only use them as more of a blush topper or like a bridge between my highlight and my blush, like right here. It does look really pretty on the cheeks. I do like it. And from far away, it just looks like pretty and glowy. I feel like I put a lot on. I'm looking very blushy today, but you know, it's okay. I wanted to show them off for you guys. Yeah, I think these are a win too. Not like this. I don't think I'd wear it like this again, but as a blush topper, just add a little sheen and glow to your cheeks. I'm really liking these. And last but not least, we have 3 of their ultra glossy lips that they released in the cutest packaging with the little heart on top. These are adorable. These retail for $9 each. We have 3 different shades here. This one is called Still That Girl. We also have Your New Obsession. And then the one that's like super glittery and pretty is called To Die For. So let's go ahead and swatch these. I will say the packaging feels a little cheap. And even when you like unscrew it, it's making that like squeaky noise. I mean, it feels pretty cheap. So I do want to say that. And it's a pretty tiny applicator for your lips. Not the end of the world, but this is in the shade Still That Girl. Oh, okay. It actually has more pigmentation than I thought it was going to. I'm gonna try to put a little bit more on. Ooh, okay, that's nice. I actually like that it has some color to it and it's not just like gonna be a sheer pink. This one is Your New Obsession, so this looks more like a mauvey pink. Okay, pretty. Do a little bit more of this one as well. So we got like a bubble gum pink and then a mauvey pink. And the last but not least, the super glittery one is To Die For. Let's see how glittery this baby is. Oh, pretty glittery. Yeah, that's gonna give like frosty lips. I don't know, like Y2K frosty lips. I don't know if I'm gonna like that, but I'm going to go ahead and just apply these 2 like matte ones by themselves and then take them off. And then I think I'm gonna try to apply this sparkly one with a lip liner just to show all of them kind of on their own. So this one again is Still That Girl. Ooh, these smell good too. I really like the pigmentation of this. It's not too gloopy. It is kind of maybe emphasizing my lines a tiny bit. But I also had like foundation on my lips, so maybe I should have wiped that off. I feel like it's kind of emphasizing that a little bit. I like how glossy that is. I like the shade of it. I like how it smells. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, let's try the next one. So this one is Your New Obsession. Yeah, just a little bit deeper, a little bit more mauvey of a shade. These are making my lips look real juicy, which I like. That's kind of annoying. Not gonna lie, I mean, the packaging is pretty cheap. All right, that's pretty. Let's try the last one. I am gonna put a lip liner on. I'm just gonna go ahead and use Colourpop Oh Snap. Actually, I don't think this matches very well. No, I want something pinkier than that. Oh, I bet you Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Fair will look good with this. I think I need to sharpen this because it's gonna have a little bit of that like cool tone mauviness that a lot of these products seem to have. That looks pretty identical to Colourpop Oh Snap. It's not as pink as I wanted, but I'm not putting another lip liner on. It'll do. All right, and then let's try To Die For. Yeah, this is not my jam. It's definitely way too glittery for my personal opinion. I mean, it looks pretty far away, like it's making my lips look juicy and shiny. Up close, it just looks like I got like a disco ball in my lips. I mean, it's not terrible. I just don't know if I would ever actually wear this. Again, the other 2 shades I would 100% wear on their own or with a lip liner or whatever. Those were really, really pretty. I just personally don't love this super glittery kind of lip gloss look, but I don't feel the glitters. So that's good. I'm actually going to take this off. I thought I was going to wear this one, but yeah. And then like the glitters don't come off. You see that? Like my lips are going to be glittery the rest of the day. Okay, I think I'm going to re-put on that first one still. That girl, the lighter pink one. And that was you guys. That was me trying out the whole brand new Valentine's Day collection from Colourpop, their Hard to Get collection. This was a really cute collection. I actually liked the products more than I thought I was going to. And that is no shade to Colourpop. They're a brand I've been using for a really long time. But just these bold pinky sort of tones of the eyeshadow and the silvery, like this just isn't really the type of makeup I'm reaching for lately. I'm going for more subdued natural makeup, but I really, really liked all these products. The eyeshadow is beautiful. I love both of these looks. I would feel comfortable, maybe not going out in public like this with like one of each, but I would feel comfortable making, like remaking these looks and going out for a date night or hanging out with my friends. I think that they are really pretty, and I'm excited actually, like I'm excited to use that palette again and make other looks with it, because when I look at the palette, I can still imagine other looks to make. The blushes, like I said, are really pretty. They are just very glowy. I would just use them as a topper so they're a little less intense, but they are beautiful. I haven't tried the shadow sticks, unfortunately, but they swatched pretty, and I think that they seem like a good combination, a good duo. And then the lip glosses, other than the super shiny one, which I didn't think I would like, are really pretty. I'm really excited about this collection. I am excited to use these products again, which is always a good thing when you try out new makeup. Let me know down below, are you planning on picking up the collection, or maybe bits and bobs and pieces from the collection, maybe not the whole thing? I would love to hear you guys' thoughts down below in the comments. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You're awesome. I love you. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not yet, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.